It's been a long time coming and something I've been putting off for way too long. But today, boys, we are starting the process of pulling the engine out of the EK Civic. What is going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. So today, we're going to start the process of pulling the engine. And I've been watching videos and I've been looking at tutorials and it doesn't seem too hard. I don't think we'll get the actual block out today. It'd be really dope if we could though, but we're definitely gonna start it. So there's a couple things we have to do. So there's no oil in the car. So we have to remove all of the fuel, all of the coolant, and all the trans fluid, and then we can actually really get this thing pulled out. But looking at this thing, I think it's not gonna be too hard. I know my coolant is running really low because when I was doing the oil filter, that's the whole reason I'm pulling this engine, if you guys didn't know. Watch the videos on that. But there's probably no coolant in here anyways because I busted a hose at some point, and when I was pulling out the oil filter, it just started squirting coolant at me. So that should make things a little bit easier. So before jacking everything up and removing all the fluids, I'm gonna try to get rid of like all the accessory stuff. So air box, and start disconnecting all these like cables and things like that, and try to keep everything slightly intact. I'm going to probably remove my cruise control. I'm going to try to keep all my AC stuff intact without removing any of it. If it explodes, it explodes, then that's illegal, and I'm sorry for ruining the environment. But I'm going to try to just move everything to the side so we can actually get the block out. I haven't decided yet if I want to lower the car and then raise the engine out, or raise the car and lower the engine out. I'm still deciding, but we're going to start just getting rid of all this accessory stuff. Wish me luck, boys. Weird problem number one that I'm running into. These header bolts are not the same size. These ones are 12 or 13 millimeters, and these ones are 12 millimeters. Don't know why that is or how that happened, but that's what's going on. Something's telling me that this, if I can get a good view on it, that this thread shouldn't be spinning right now. So we might have had one broken manifold bolt. So we're going to learn how to fix that one. Don't entirely know what happened to this one, but this one just came out of the block, but it looks like it is threaded, so it should just be able to thread back in. I just need to get like vice grips to get the actual bolt off, but that's a problem for another day when I put the new exhaust on. Remember, makeshift breaker bars are the way to go sometimes. I cannot get that for the life of me. Put a breaker bar on it, easiest 2 pulls of my life. And of course, trying to remove all the header bolts. There's one bolt that is super seized on, and it's like the hardest one to get to because it's like underneath where it bends down. I'll show you guys here in just a second. So I'm soaking WD-40 to see if that makes a difference. This bolt that's like hiding in here is the hardest one to get because none of my attachments reach. I have to use an old-fashioned wrench, and it's seized completely. So we're gonna start removing the rest of these accessories now. First, let's do the air box. The owner told me he did regular maintenance on here, but why did he remove the air box and completely round this bolt? Like, what was he doing in here? Because he said that he never touched anything in the engine bay except for when he did the plugs and the distributor. And that was, actually he didn't even do the distributor, he just did the plugs and the wires. So I don't know why he was in here, but now I have to fix his problems again. Turns out we could just kind of go around this, and I'm probably gonna have to fabricate something there to make this work. So these are, I believe, coolant and fuel lines. So we're gonna start removing a lot of these wires then, and just disconnecting them, getting them out of the way, and kind of marking them and taking pictures so I know where they go when I put the engine back in, if I end up putting this engine back in. But this actually cleared up a lot of space just getting rid of this air box. Like, there's so much more room here. So I gotta figure some stuff out. So at this point, we got rid of all of the airbox stuff, including this part, which there was a clip behind it. That was a bitch. And so you see all these like blue tape things. I'm labeling as best as my ability. So when I put the motor back in, everything is actually going to be like, you know, labeled so I know where it goes. I hope it doesn't rain because it is starting to get very gray and dark out here. But we're going to keep unplugging stuff. So I'm going to make sure I label everything with these and everything, so everything goes back to how it should be once we pull it all out. We are now getting to the point that everything is like held in together with little zip ties and whatnot. So I gotta go get my little key knife and cut all those out so I can actually move the harness out of the way to see what else we have. I think we disconnected a lot of it and most of it at this point, but there's still a lot that has to go into this. So I think we're doing good progress as of right now, but I'm not sure yet. Right now we're just like trying to get all these clips out, like this orange one right here, so we can actually move the entire harness to the side and disconnect everything. So the top end is actually almost done, and it's what I really want to do today. So we get to remove some of the AC stuff and move everything to the side and disconnect it so it's ready to drop. Then tomorrow or whenever I have another day off, I want to drain all the liquids and remove everything from the bottom end so we're ready to drop it. Now, it wouldn't be a Civic video if I didn't find like issues that were dire and terrible. So I found oil in my throttle body, and to my understanding that shouldn't be there. So I'm pretty sure that means I have bad valves, but I'm gonna do a little bit more research on to see what that actually means, because it could just be from a bad head gasket, which I think I already have. So I'm gonna try to show you guys. So if you open up the flap, you can't really see it, but there's a decent puddle in there. I'm continuing trying to source engines, and I have been looking at other D16s, but apparently in my area everybody wants these engines and I don't know why. So this could be a like really bad issue, but again, I'm gonna do some more research on to see if it actually is. I stuck a little bit of a paper towel in there to see if it was oil, which it was. So I'm not really sure what that means for this engine. This engine does have like 225,000 miles on it, or more than that, I forget the actual number. So it might be time for a new one anyways. I'm trying to still source my V18, but I'm having a lot of trouble with it because every time I find one, I get ghosted. So I'm gonna keep on grinding at this and taking everything off. So it looks like a lot of these wires are actually hiding underneath my fuel rail. So when I'm actually going to drain all the liquids and drain all my coolant, I'm probably gonna be able to get to them, because right now there's a lot of coolant lines in the way. So I am going to replace all these coolant lines because these are probably 20 something years old, and I just wanna be smart about it. So I'm gonna order a whole new coolant kit. Did a little bit of research, asked my buddies. They said a little bit of oil in your throttle body isn't dire, it's not a big deal. So we might be fine. But once I take this motor out, I'm still gonna inspect it a bit and check out the valves and check out the pistons and make sure everything is like good still. It looks like this cover has been opened up before. I'm not sure if that's because he replaced the head gasket or not, but he was in there for some reason. So maybe I'll find a surprise and he built something in there, I don't know. But I did notice that there's some bolts missing, and that means that he was in there for some reason doing his regular maintenance. So I'm going to see what else I can disconnect here, probably disconnect some more grounds, and then call it a day for today. We got a lot of work done today. We got most of these clips undone, got the battery out, got the whole air system out. We're working on getting the entire harness to this side of the car, but right now it's a little bit tough because we have to remove all the coolant lines and drainage things and blah blah blah. So I'm going to resume this another day. I work all day tomorrow and I would keep going today, but it's literally gonna rain any second now. Saw a couple drops, so I don't want to be caught out in the rain working on the car. So I'm gonna leave you guys off here. So if you guys could please do me a few things: comment, like, subscribe, keep doing that fun stuff, keep doing you, stay motivated guys. Catch you guys next time. Peace out and peace.